All right. Enough of that already. Thanks, Craig Reed, for that video. I appreciate it. We should be up and running, I think. Do we have any viewers yet? Are we live? How do we know? We have no one to test for us. So, welcome everybody. Thank you so much. This is, again, still brand new and random, and we're just checking things out as we go on the fly. But tonight's guest is my good friend Ross Learmonth. So that's pretty rad. And then we're going to call in a bunch of reprobates as well. Stream quality updated. Okay. All right, let's just see. I'm not too sure. Anyway, sorry, we're hacking through all of this. So basically, yeah, we're just going to call in random friends and fans. And we're just going to... There we go. They're coming in now. All right, sorry, that took a while. Sorry. Okay, let's go over that. Cool. I think without any further ado, Ross, you look ready. He's by the fireplace. This is very cool. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Michael Vaughan. Good to hear from you. How are you, buddy? How's everybody? All right. I'm not even going to mess around. Let's get Ross in here immediately. Ross, look at you.
What's up, man?
Look at Ross. How are you?
This looks like a fake background.
Bro,
it's the first time I've got it right.
It looks beautiful. Nice one, boy. Where are you?
I'm at my mate's place in Mabilong. What's it called? Mabilong?
Mabilongwe.
Mabilong. I belong here. Mabilongwe, and I am here for my dad's birthday. It's his 72nd birthday.
Whoa.
So we've stolen him from the city, and I've taken him to the wilderness. You want to come and say hello, Dad? No.
Come on.
Come and say hello.
Come and say hello, big man. Everybody,
made the fire.
Say happy birthday. Hello, boss. How are you, brother?
A long time no see. I think the last time was London.
That could likely be. I also do remember a bit of an evening at Monte Casino. That, if that rings a bell.
Yes, I do remember. Vaguely as well.
Well, happy birthday, everybody! Please wish Mr. Learmonth happy birthday. 72. That's unbelievable, bro.
Well, this is the before and after picture, guys.
Yeah.
Lean in, Dad.
Yeah. There. Look at that. Look at that. How very cool. Happy birthday, man. So what have you got planned for tonight? What's a secret stash have you saved or stowed away?
The same as we've done at Monte Casino.
Something so you won't remember.
No, we're gonna make a nice braai, and we've got the leftover beers that my dad has smuggled under his bed.
Ah.
And he's got like a secret stash. We stopped him from making the pineapple beer, made him weird. Not that he was not weird, but now he's stopped the pineapple beer, and we're just hanging out. Yeah, and I don't need the cookies.
I heard a story about you taking some of Ross's cookies in the fridge and having an pretty interesting drive around the neighborhood. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah. Really.
I was crying driving my dad to the hospital. It's freaking terrible.
I hope this is not in here.
No. This is just a straight up FaceTime phone call.
This is not. Yeah. Not the whole country isn't watching this.
Well, listen, everyone who is watching is sending you big birthday wishes, and so am I. And you just keep rocking it, big man. And I look forward to sharing, clinking a glass with you when I get up there soon.
Yeah, we'll do that as soon as possible. Next time I'll put a parrot on my shoulder and wear an iPad.
Please.
When he's on the boat.
I look forward to having you on board. So have a great evening, and don't go anywhere. You're welcome to pop in and swear at your son every now and then. That's kind of part of the show. It would be great.
I can do that. I'm quite good at that, as you know.
So we've heard. Well, thank you, bro.
Enjoy.
Thanks.
Take care.
Cool, guys. Rossi, this is so cool. This is so new, and thanks for joining me. I don't quite know. We had some fun on Thursday with Arno, and basically it just went crazy. So the point of tonight is just quickly before we have our first guest join us. So it's a random thing. So anyone who wants to be a part of the stream, in your comments, just say "pick me, coach, pick me," and I'll send you a copy. Think through Facebook somehow, and we'll get you to join us. But right now, before we go any further, I've got your biggest fan on the line, and I think you're gonna dig this. Check this out. Hold on 1 second. Okay, hold on. Please work. Oh no, it won't work if it's locked. Okay. Look at that, Mrs. Arlene Matthews.
How are you, darling? I've got to get my dad back, and you guys can have a chat.
No, this is not the platform for that.
No.
I'm missing you so much. And I still, wherever I go, I brag to my friends about being the only fan who's allowed free entrance to you, no matter where your gig is, locally, national, or internet.
I've
never got over that invitation. Thank you once again, Ross.
No, man, good in yourself, man. How's lockdown been?
Or, quite frankly, it's been fair. It's been good. I've got Art with me who laughs all the time, and it's very catchy, and it just keeps one's spirits lifted. He's good at laugh that everybody knows him for. Has just been wonderful. So really, it hasn't been depressing or difficult at all sharing life here with Art.
Lovely, man. It's been good. I think that's the benefit. I mean, everyone's been like soppy to say it, but the fact is, it has brought closer families. Hopefully, you know what I mean. Like for me, I felt like it's closer to family. So that's a great thing. I'm too close to family, unfortunately. Hello, Arlene.
There we go. Hello, Mum. There's both mums in the house.
There's my mum. Her name is Eileen. There's Eileen.
And Arlene.
Hello.
Hello.
You've got such a lovely son.
Yeah. I was going to. Who are you talking to?
Oh Lord, this is great. It's random, but I wanted to surprise you because Mom always talks about you, Rossi. She is a big fan, and I thought it'd be cool if she could kick this off and say hello. So thanks for joining us, Mom. Well done for figuring out all the technology, and your picture looks better than mine. But then again, that's not hard. You're a prettier image anyway. So well done.
Baba Ross, God bless and love.
Bye.
To
Good to see you. Thank you.
Ross.
Bye.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks for having us. Well, thanks for being on. Bye. So there we go. That's how we kick-started. Rossi, let's see what we got here. There we go.
I'll never forget when your mom told me that story about you were a youngster and you were at this venue, and you walked up to this band and you were like, "Oh man, can I play a song?" And they told you to fuck off. And then your mom was like, you came back to the table and your mom was so pissed off, and then she said, but that was one of the reasons why you became a musician. So that's great. The stories that parents tell, man. I mean, it's great. Yeah,
that's interesting. Speaking of which, I hope your pops is already starting the sauce because we want to get some juicy bits in a little bit. So tell him to start getting stuck in there. Have you got any? Have you got anyone who wants to log in and talk to us? I've got someone. Hold on, I've sent it to them already. Okay, we're getting calls in. You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to take a really big chance here. And no, I'm not, because I can't figure it out. How can I pop the link on so that I think just anyone should be able to call? Okay, so until then, what I wanted to ask you, Bruce, during this time, so without talking too much about how tough it's been, obviously it's been crazy. But what have you been doing? Because I must say you're looking very good, by the way. I've noticed it. It looks like Curse, you've got a good woman in your life, by the looks of it.
Kicking my ass.
Well, we need that.
There's a message at the bottom. She's trying to freaking kill me. No, man, I just like, we've been touring so much over the years. I've been planning for like the last 5, just to find the right time and to take some time off, So in a way, be careful what you wish for. But I was looking for sort of like a year off. So I just wanted to sort of just go and find some more stories to tell that weren't involved getting hammered backstage and playing gigs, even though I love that part of life. But it was quite amazing to get off the road and for a while and sort of just to write music that was daft, that didn't have to be released, and try and learn some more instruments and just figure out that kind of stuff and play for the reason of just for the fact of playing again, and just try and also just not take in all of those all of the alcohols of the road and just try and be healthy for it. But so that's been quite nice, just to chill out and to be able to be at home. Look, the first bit of lockdown, I ate every packet of chips and ice cream I could find, but then eventually got into like a healthy regime.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is where I suffered a lot in the beginning, and I just blamed it on lockdown for a long, long time. And then eventually, now a year later, we're like, we can't have any excuses. So I've been intermittent fasting, and I did 65 hours last week, which was over 2.5 days I drank water and I had 3 cups of coffee in 2.5 days, so which was a little bit silly. But
that's amazing.
Yeah, it felt so good. I got such clarity. It actually was the beginning of starting this kind of little idea in the series. Was at the end of that night with Arno, and then today I also did a quick little 24 hours. So I did 6 o'clock last night, and I quickly made a very small portion of food before this interview now. So I'm trying to get on that. I did a workout this morning. What supplements are you taking, if any?
Nothing. I'm just trying to eat better.
Yeah.
And I'm turning 40 in July, and I mean, you're one of the big reasons I stopped smoking, definitely. So thank you for that. But I think that's another story for another time. But that was a great motivator, and that beach. But I tell you, then stopping smoking, that also helped me lift up the weight. But then and I've just been so I've made a goal to myself. I want to be fit by 40, and I want to be able to run 21 by the time I'm 40. So that's the plan, to do a little 21. But a friend of ours, he did that freaking Ironman, half Ironman, with vodka Red Bulls in his body and freaking partying. I don't know. Some people are just made of more stuff, I suppose. There's no chances I'm doing that in the near future.
No. Well, we're not going to be too extreme. We only just started to pull our weight, so to say. So we're not going to be doing stuff quite as outrageous as our delightful young Choppy. Hi, I hope you're listening. You're welcome to call in. Send me a WhatsApp and I'll send you a little link. Let's see what feedback we're getting. All right, so Brew, I didn't realize it before I invited him, but Matthew Gladwin is back on the line again. This is the same oak who called in during the Arno show, and he is an absolute legend. Nice. He's calling in from Durban. I think his main goal was to show us him smoking a big fatty and a big blunt, which we did get the point across. But Kazi, this is not going to become a routine, all right? This is not hightimes.com or us. So we're very stoked that you're stoked. But okay, without any further ado, let's get Maddie in the room. A 2-time caller, and the only 2 calls. No, we had someone else. I lied. So here we go. Let's say how's it. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if I can get him in. Where are you? There we go, boss. How you, bro?
What's up, man?
Oh, you need to unmute yourself. You need to find a mic and unmute yourself. So what I've designed is this timer. I should design another one. There's 10 minutes, but that's where I should design a shorter timer, because if you don't manage to get your audio sorted, I can't hear you, brother. Whoa, boss. Hold on, let's make sure I haven't. Oh, bro, I'm so sorry, my bro. We're gonna have to call it. We can't see it. Try again. Unmute one more time.
We can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
You're quiet. You bastard.
Okay. Look at Durban. That's all right. But the picture speaks 1,000 words. So thank you, bro. That's chilled. Sorry, my cousin. I don't know why we can't hear you, bro. I promise you, I'm not. Hopefully, we'll see you soon, my boy. Lots of love. Big thank you to Matthew Gladwin. We'll check you later, bro. We'll see you on the next one, boss. All right. So
that's what Dacha does, people.
It was so controversial. I remember when we did the show with Arno, we're like, he was smoking a little guy, and he was like, oh, should we be doing this? I was like, dude, first of all, it's legal in South Africa, and you know what, we've our kind of generation has been brought up to go, it's so bad, it's such a big taboo thing.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's weed, it's okay, it's not what people have made it out to be. I mean, we're not going to sit here and start advocating and dropping websites and talking strands. Who knows? That might be a conversation going forward. But it was cool. We were also just a moment realizing, this is a new era that we're in. We can also just be ourselves and talk about some real stuff. So I don't know. We're getting a few twitches in that, Rossi. You're gonna have to keep nice and still, boy. It sounds like there's a.
Sorry, I'm trying to find a light area because I'm in the freaking dark.
Bro, that initial shot on the fire was unbelievable. Okay, but you have to stop moving. I think it's you.
It might be me.
Okay, what else did I want to say? Okay, so keeping fit and healthy. Jeez, bro, I think I want to touch 2 seconds on what the hell are we doing forward? I mean, you guys lost a massive tour in January now, and it's all been cancelled. When is your next show booked for?
We are planning something big. I mean, we're always trying to plan something big, and obviously as creators we have to be creative. So the time now is to be as creative as we can. So a massive opportunities come up for us in the sense of we want to do obviously a global stream. So we're going to be looking at all the promoters that we've worked with over the years, mainly in Europe and South Africa. And we're doing the Dome. We're playing the Dome now. We're going to be playing with drones, camera footage, massive staging. We're doing the whole thing. We're going to throw like an epic show in the Dome. And the show is going to be called Music in Empty Spaces. And we're just going to play in the middle of the Dome with like as much like shit we can throw at it as possible. We're going to do this now on the 20th of February. So it's really exciting. So we're trying to push it out there as much as we can. So sorry for the shameless punt.
No, that's the point of this whole thing.
So yeah, and the thing we're trying to do is also make the fan the promoter. So when you guys, when people share the show, they get 10% discount. And if they share it with 10 of their friends, they get 10% discount for all of them and their friends. So it's a kind of like the people become the promoter, and so it's gonna be a lot of fun to do. I can't wait to see the footage. I'm gonna take my skateboard in there, and I'm gonna literally like skate around the inside of the Dome, and we're gonna get some bicycles maybe and just have some fun and have a 2-hour show. But besides that, having to adapt has been the main way. Adapt to play.
Yeah, 100%. So what is that dates again?
That's gonna be the 20th of February, so it's around the corner. The tickets haven't even gone on sale yet. It's literally we're probably going to launch it in the next few days. So it's kind of like it's going to be the hot ticket. We want to have like the biggest show this side of 2021. We've been speaking to all our promoters internationally and locally, and mainly most of the big tours in Europe are going to be starting in 2022. So we can't get back to our European fans, and we can't get to our South African fans and the world fans. Like there's people all over the world, and so we're trying to just get something going that is really something worth watching and something really, really amazing.
Well, that's great. We have to obviously, start thinking out the box because it's just, that's what we're doing. That's why I'm kind of doing this random little show. I just want to kind of find out, just find out also the core of people outside of music and outside of the drama of COVID. I mean, we also, there is more life. We've obviously been taught big lessons. And this is our coming of age time. So people are asking, sorry, on the broadcast, they're going, you should invite fans on. I totally am. You just need to tell me that you're willing to come on. Just give me a double thumbs up in the comments, and I will send you a link on Facebook, and we'd love to hear from you. We already had Matthew Gladwin, who couldn't figure his mic out. And then the boys from Prime Circle are actually watching. So if you guys are around, please click that link that I sent you. Jump on anytime. Be great to have you on. It looks like my internet's taking a little bit of strain tonight, unfortunately. And now, are you hearing that mic distortion?
I'm not hearing it.
Well, that helps when you've been in a rock band your whole life, man.
That's what I'm scared of, man. I want to get our ears tested, and I think it's almost become like a game. Remember when those things that came out that you could test your own blood alcohol level, like a straw in all the clubs?
Yes.
It became like a game. Like people used to play it to see who was the most hammered. I think we're going to have to do that with our ears, like see who's got the worst, like have a competition, who's got the worst ears.
Bro, that sounds like a very morose game, but I'm keen. I'm in, bro.
Guess who's got the worst ears in the business? Jesus.
Huh? Okay, I've invited a few people. We should have some calls in soon. Also, kind of the point of this that I want to do is just so the reason it's called What Kind is that I want to find out what kind of person are you, first of all, and then I want to find out like what makes you tick. So what's important for me is like what are we doing in our individual day to day to try and make a bit of a difference, because just a little bit, and I think the more we remind each other of the little things that we're trying to do. So in your comments, please tell us what you do day to day. I'll give you an example. Like I really have been trying for the last couple of years, and I fail often and all the time, but I do try and have reusable grocery bags in the car, and then I always get to the till. I'm like, forgot to take them out, that kind of vibe. And that's it. But I try, and it's getting better, and I'm remembering more often than not now. But that's just one little example. I've got quite a few that I want to share. But what do you do that you think in your personal life are you doing to try to be, try and give back to the environment or to try and lessen your footprint on this earth?
Well, you're asking me.
Yeah. And fans, I want them to comment in.
Listen, everyone must comment. Yeah, I mean, I do little things like I'm trying to get my folks to start doing recycling. We always recycle, like try and get those. I mean, those guys on those massive skateboards going down the street, with the plastic on it. Yeah, that's an extreme sport. And I have such respect for those guys. So, like, if I have to tip someone anything, I'll tip those guys. I always try and give the plastic to them when they're coming past. Just try and make their lives a bit easier. Using transparent bags as well. When you put all your plastic in, use see-through bags. I don't fill my kettle all the way when I boil it. Just boil what you need. Yeah. Because that's a massive thing. We try and just recycle as much as we can. Like we go through a lot of glass, a lot of wine glass. We go through that. So recycle a lot.
Okay, well done, bro. Yeah, as long as it's top of mind and we are trying to do something, I'll share a couple other things that I kind of do regularly, which I think, actually I'll do it now, which I think musicians and everyone should adopt. But like this was a Christmas gift that I got from the beautiful young Eileen Gran, and I don't have to punt it, but I don't care who the brand is, whatever. There we go. But it's a flask. It's amazing, and it's just this beautiful stainless steel flask that I now do not let leave my side. And so wherever I go, I always have top up water instead of buying the single plastics, because that we don't even realize we get to stage and the Oaks have put like 10 little single-use plastics on sale for each of us, and it's wrong, bro. You know what I mean? So just try and have a reusable bottle. If you're going to buy a gift for anyone, buy them. You don't have to. This is quite an expensive one, but it's worth it. But buy them any brand. And just try and reuse your water. Okay, so we have two guests in the green room already. One of them is you'll know him, Wild Rider. He may arguably be South Africa's biggest music supporter for sure. So I want to welcome Wild Rider. Let's get him onto the screen. Oh, you got a beautiful buzzer. Hey Wild, how are you, boy?
All right, thanks, and you guys. Thanks so much for having me. Awesome, guys.
Man.
You remember that face, Ross?
I remember that face. How you doing?
Get in the middle of the screen. There we go. You're good. You're good.
There we go. Yeah, I know. I'm good, man. Good.
Excellent. Okay, so immediately into it. What do you do in your day-to-day life to try and minimize your impact on the environment? Let's just start with a random question like that.
I don't know if I'm doing anything as hectic as what you guys have suggested or anything. I basically just carry on with my normal day-to-day job as a graphic and web designer for IT company dealing with real estate agency clients. So I'm part of the web design team that does websites for real estate agencies. So
cool.
And of course on top of that, also promoting your guys' music and South African music in general as a little sideline project. So. Like you said, keep on being creative, man. That's how it is. We've got to do it.
Rossi, you're right.
Definitely. Thank you, brother. That's amazing.
Yeah, bro. I mean, thank you. So if you can take some tips from what we're talking about to kind of implement into your private life, then that would be great. But thanks for what you do already, man. Your support for South African music has definitely kept the likes of us alive. I mean, I can't imagine how many shows I've seen you at. So I want to thank you. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask either of us?
No, just basically keep on doing what you guys are doing. You know, just keep doing the positive stuff and keep on keeping on, keep rocking it, sticking, man. Yeah. So that's all from me.
Wild, you're a legend, brother. Thanks so much, bro.
Thank you, Mr.
All
Wild.
right, cool.
Cheers, boss. Okay, he had a horrible buzz on his line. We do apologize about that. We had to cut that short. It's all a little bit hit and miss. Brent Crane, you can call back, bro. I had you in the green room. Why'd you hang up on me, baby? Who else wants to phone it? I wish I could comment. If I could copy the link onto. Anyway, so we're still waiting for the rest of your Prime Circle boys. If they haven't dissed us already, or if they're dossing.
They're always late, those guys.
Okay, so who is always the late person in the band? There's always one oak.
You know, that's the hardest thing about traveling in a team. It's like you always got to wait in the bus for someone, and it's usually like it used to be Neil. Like Neil would be bad. Like we say we're leaving at 11, and he'd jump in the shower at like 3 minutes to 11, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know. So, but it's actually Marco is pretty. He can be quite bad at times. You know, with being running late. But I suppose I've had my fair share of that. Like where I just leaving me behind. They've actually left me at a few places.
Wow, that bad, huh?
Yeah.
You sound like the Denham Harding of our band. If Brent and I could tell stories of the amount of times we get out at a gas station. Sorry, I'm saying that because of the time in the States. We get at a petrol station at the Celtics.
Yeah.
And we get out, we go in, we order our stuff. We've got all the food. We get into the car, and then it goes. I think I might just go and quickly browse the shop and go and see what I want to eat. Cut to 2 hours later, and then obviously because that happens, obviously he would be the one stuck behind a queue of 37 people, of which none of them have loose change, and all of them are counting out pennies. So that's been the story of our lives. So I wanted to find out who. Okay, hold on. Let's check this out.
We literally left Marco in Germany at a gas station for 7 hours. We drove to the next city, and we only figured out when the sun came up that he wasn't in the car because we were all sleeping, and then the promoter had to turn around and drive 7 hours back to pick him up, and he had no wallet with him. He didn't have his phone with him.
Oh, my word.
No.
Oh, my word. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm going to try. This is so random. Hello, Murphy. Murphy, I'm going to send you a link, or I could have done it to Craig as well. Could you just drop this? We're going to take a big chance. If this gets a bit weird, then I'm just going to refresh the link. But would you drop this onto the comment section of the stream for me, please? Either Craig or Mervyn. So big hello to you, legends. And JP, bro, I've just seen the star drop, bro. You've dropped 5,000 stars onto the stream. I don't even know what that means in money, but it means that you're a very lucky human being for supporting these kind of ventures. So that's very cool. Big round of applause to JP, bro. Thank you, boss. We'll see you out on the Bootniski very soon. So please, will you drop that link into the comment section, either Craig or Eileen if you're watching as well. Just the one. Oh, there we go. See if that works. And you guys, just randomly, you're welcome to call. Let's just get you onto the stream, but just keep it classy, guys. Remember, mum's watching. We got parents in the house. And don't be rude, be lekker, be kind. You know, that is the theme of the show. So yeah, bro. Okay, I've got a cool one for you, Ross. While we wait for our callers to come. Eileen and I plowed through these options the other day. It's the most random questions I can think of. Are you ready? Just random. Don't worry. I kind of like this one. What animal would be the cutest if it was scaled down to the size of a cat?
I think an elephant. Pretty.
A little cat elephant.
Little cat elephant, like things just breaking things, and could be quite. Or a small giraffe.
Cat-sized giraffe. That should be pretty good. Okay, so we've got a guy called Jason in the green room waiting for us. We're going to bring him right in. We're going to ask him the same question. So give me a second. Let me see. This will get smoother in time. Jason, what's happening? How are you?
Hey, how's it?
Lekker,
How's it,
bro.
Jason? There we go.
Where are you calling in from?
I'm from Babel.
Oh, sweet. Just up the road.
Yeah. Sorry, I've had to use my iPhone because the kids are busy playing Warzone.
Of course they are. Tell them I'm going to join them on Plunder in a little bit with old Pierre Engelbrecht as well at some stage.
So I'm just trying to get my left and right's a bit difficult.
Okay, just whatever you do, try and keep it still. Otherwise, Oaks are going to get super seasick.
Okay, there we go.
Well done, boss. Okay, so the question is, what animal do you think would be the cutest if it was scaled down to the size of a cat? Ross said an elephant and a giraffe, so you can't use that. I think it's pretty funny. What do you reckon?
I reckon a rhino.
A cat-sized rhino would be pretty freaky. Jason, what do you do for a living, bro?
I'm a software tester for an online gambling company. I'm not going to mention names.
No, you don't have to.
But we're based in Cape Town, and so I've been working from home for about a year. And
Wow.
I think in level 5 you did that concert on the roof.
Yes.
And I said to my wife, I said, geez, I need to get a Hart Bay. Who do I know in Hart Bay? So, yeah, it was quite cool. But, yeah, I think the musicians in South Africa, they're just struggling in general. And it's such a pity. I mean, I remember going to Hillcrest and Kirstenbosch Gardens, watching you guys. You know, we never got to do that this summer. And it kind of sucks. I used to take the kids with, and so now we're at home doing this. But yeah, we still got the CDs. I'm old school, bro. I'm old. I still got CDs and LPs.
So what was the first Prime Circle record you bought? Do you remember? Do you have it?
I do have. It's the first one. Don't ask me what it is. I can't remember. But I've got it.
There we
The
go.
one with us sitting on a white couch. Op een
I think
witbank.
so. I'm not sure. My son will know. He listens to a lot of their music. You guys, yeah. But I mean,
Nice.
I listen to a lot of heavy stuff. So, but when I came back from England, it was refreshing to hear Prime Circle and Art. I knew, not new, but I mean, I knew the music before I left. So it was quite cool. Yeah.
Rad, my
Nice.
bro.
But yeah, thanks for.
Yeah, sharp.
How's the
Thanks
boat going?
for calling in. The boat. Phew. Where do I begin? What a story! It's I was stoked that I managed to get Ross and Kirst out. So his experience. Why don't you say how the boat's going for a second? By the way, whatever you've done with your screen and your face is looking unbelievably gorgeous. Like I'm like actually like I'm starting to fall in love a little bit here. It's getting a bit weird.
I'm sitting in the dark. It's because you can't see my face that way.
Oh, there we go. That's amazing.
So yeah, the boat is like, it's literally theater, man. It's like when those sails go up, it's literally, it takes you back to a time, man. It is really, and the amount of work that you've done is like, I was really expecting to see, like, I don't know, like it goes beyond what you think it's going to be, and the fact that you're so knowledgeable, Art, is incredible. That's one of the things. It's like, I can see you put your heart and soul into this, and you are literally like grafting your ass off on that boat. It's just like, it's an incredible thing, man. Like, Jason, you guys all have to get on that boat, man. That is a punt, and that is a thing, because that boat is what a beautiful thing. And we're going to record music on that boat one day, I guarantee you, in the Mediterranean.
100%, that's definitely going to happen. Well, the invite is there. Unfortunately, it is in the form of being chartered, because I'm trying to reverse the flow of money being spent. It's been the biggest challenge of my life, but it's been a lot of fun. So go and check it out when you get the time.
I'll pay money to go on the boat. I'll bring my own life jacket.
You don't have to, bro. It's all we category A certified. We've got plenty for you and the kids, my bud. But Jay, we got other oaks in the green room. So thank you so much. Bring wine. Please bring wine. Always, boss. Jay, thanks for joining us, brother. We're going to love and leave you, dude.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Jason.
See you soon.
All the best. Thanks, mate. Bye.
Cheers, boss. All right, who else we got? This is pretty fun, right, Rossi? I mean, there are worse things
That's
to
very
do.
cool, man.
And here we have a
No,
very
there's worse things to do.
we have an interesting lot here. Hopefully the audio is going to be...
Okay, everyone.
Turn that down.
Turn that down.
Volume down.
Turn the volume down.
A lot, quickly.
Quickly.
Otherwise you're going to feedback. Okay, you guys can see...
Okay, Marcus, you come to chat.
Can't hear you.
I'm glad to see you guys have got wine.
Shit, what's going on? Let me.
Hey! Okay, there we go. How are you, Mark?
I'm world class, champ. How you doing?
So good, bro. Unfortunately, if you aren't on headphones, this is going to be a bit of a feedback backwards and forwards. Just turn it down a little bit so you can just hear us.
Okay.
Okay, lacquer, bro.
Just wanted to no big questions, but just wanted to say how's it?
Bro, that's the point of all this. What you saying?
Let me just move out. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if we're giving too much feedback here. But this is our watch party.
What's up, family?
How you guys? All right, questions, shoot.
No, okay, so I was saying to Mark when I arrived at his house this afternoon, it was quite a long time ago, but he made a trip out from the south coast in the tail up to watch a Just Ginger party in the Bluff, and a mate of mine's brother played for you guys named Ant Galatas. I think he was the keyboard player.
Yeah.
And I never like forget like walking out of there. Like looking at a bunch of guys playing music with all these women jumping up and down, and I walked out of there and Ant Galatas signed someone's boob, and I was like, I've got to become a muso, you know. So my question to you two guys is, how many boobs have you signed in your lives?
Go, Ross.
We had a competition who was going to be the first guy to sign a boob, and it was Dirk that did it, a guitar player. But I think her breast fell out by accident, and he grabbed it before she could touch it back in. But there's been quite a few. The times have changed. I think the 60s and the 70s were like big breasted areas. But like when we opened up for live, I saw an ocean of breasts. It was the women got on the boyfriend's shoulders and they just like showed their breasts, and it was incredible. I've never seen that many breasts in my life. I never will again. They stole the footage.
I just need you to just mute your mic while we do the answers. Then it won't feedback.
Okay, cool.
Just do that. There we go. That should. Oh, that is beautiful. I hope. Can you guys still hear us? I hope you haven't muted everything. But that is a very inspiring Teddy story, Rossi. I like it, and it looks like.
I have many of them. And yourself, how many do you think you've signed, Mr. Art?
Oh, bro, it's certainly not a number. I mean, but it's. I mean, if you look at the fat gap-toothed mug like this, and you know the thought that anyone would want that, still blows my mind to this day. Especially now.
I want you to do it. I love it just when you sing.
So, bro, I've got to reveal for you, all of you guys, quickly. This happened to me a couple of days ago. My partner Aline Grant has been telling me for a long time that I'm blind, and I didn't believe it. I was in complete denial. And these are literally from Discam, but I had to do this, and I now have to do it because I'm battling to see the comments. This is the new me, bro.
No.
This is how I have to rock it. Oh, you look beautiful. Oh my, well, at least looks can do something for me. But I thought I'd let you know. So with this on, I won't be signing another boob in my whole life ever again. That's the final story that I had for that. All right, you guys look ready to ask another question if you want. I've got someone else in the guest room, but go for it. We're loving this now that we've figured out what to do when in between questions.
No, Ro, we just love your work, eh? So keep it up, and we look forward to seeing more of this. Well done.
Shot, guys.
And apologies for our camera.
Enjoy it, guys.
Fired on the spot. Get your camera person some glasses.
From this camera.
I'm still in my 30s.
Good luck, darling. It's coming. It's coming. Shot legends. We'll chat to you soon.
Cheers, guys.
Bye. Phew. All right. Well, that was pretty cool. So next up, we have someone else. This is. Oh my goodness. This looks I've just had a glimpse of myself. That is the saddest sight of a rock star I've ever seen.
That's something I've not enjoyed about the lockdown, is that everyone is now getting into FaceTiming and Zoom meetings, and you have to look at yourself. It's a bit of a pain in the ass.
That's one of the advantages. It's one of the advantages of being on stage and looking at other people, that you don't have to look at yourself all the time. Okay, well, we have Nicola. Let's just say how's it. Here we go.
Hi.
That's my sister.
Ah.
You can tell some
Hello.
stories.
Nicola.
I can't quite get centered.
Okay, you're good. You're good.
Hi.
At least you got headphones on. I mean, you're ahead
There
of the
we go.
game. Yeah, you're rocking it.
Yeah, I'm sitting
man.
working, that's why. A couple of hours behind you in London. Why won't this... This is really weird. I cannot get myself on screen.
I think you need to
There we
sit
go.
still if we're being honest.
I'm not even drinking.
Why aren't you drinking?
There we go. Because I've just finished work. It's 5:40 here, so yeah, it's time to start.
Wasn't there supposed to be a big speech by the guy with the kiff hair and stuff, talking about stuff? We're not talking about that.
Kiff hair, it's certainly not that. He's I think he's talking now, to be honest. I've rather been listening to you guys.
Well, good choice. Well done. I think we have enough.
We talk sense compared to him.
I don't know about you, Ross.
Yeah, no. But
Cool.
yeah, this is my big sister. She taught me most things I know about music, all the cool stuff like The Cure and the Smiths and all that kind of cool stuff. She used to chase me out of her room all the time every time I wanted to learn more about cool music. But yeah. She should have been the
no, you
rock
didn't want to
star.
learn about cool music. You just wanted to annoy me. That's all.
And my sister, this is her, the one that told me all the devil stories and evil stories and made me, scared when I was a child. She used to scare the shit out of me.
It's what got you
That's
into horrors.
absolute nonsense. Dad was the ghost storyteller, not me. Although I must admit, I did scare you to death a couple of times. And
Many
I used
times.
to, pre-Christmas, weeks before Christmas, I'd sneak in every morning, wake him up, and say, "Ross, it's Christmas."
In July.
I did it for weeks in July.
There's always that. Oh goodness me!
By the time we got to Christmas, he didn't believe it was Christmas. I was very mean to you.
He still doesn't believe
We
in
love
Christmas
each other
anymore.
now.
I still don't believe in Christmas.
I ruined it.
Nicola, what do you do for a living? If you don't mind, you don't have to say. It's a completely open
No,
question.
I work in IT, so I'm a cloud and telephony account manager. Nothing as exciting as Ross, unfortunately. But
So
hey,
you're not signing any boobies in a hurry.
No, I've never signed any boobies, I must admit. I've watched Ross do it, which is weird, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you should be
It's
bending
bad,
down
yeah.
at him, going "Merry Christmas" as he's signing it.
Yeah.
Too weird.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Well, thanks so much for joining us, Nicola. I appreciate it. Do you
Cool.
have one little piece of dirt you want to share with us quickly before I move you on?
Oh, there's so many. I'm thinking about No, I can't tell that. Kirst's in the room, so I can't tell that story. I was thinking about your 21st, Ross, when you got busted, but I won't tell that
My
story.
mum was very proud.
She was very proud when she walked in and you misbehaving, but we'll leave it there.
That sounds amazing. I must have a. Hold on. I think. Do I have this? No. Check out that. Look at this. Well done. There's also this.
Awesome. Have a good night.
Nicola, you legend. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.
Nicola. Love
See you
you,
guys. Have a
Take
good
care,
one.
darling. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Looks like we've got Matt in the.
Is he coming back?
He's in it. He's in it to win it. He's in it to win it. Matty, we're gonna rock you in a few seconds, and let's see what you got for us, boy. Okay, hold on.
Guys, can you hear me now?
I don't know. Oh, I've just got rid of our guest. That's not great. Oh goodness.
How's the audio now, James?
Yeah, that sounds much
There
better.
we go, man.
Look at us. What a professional
Matty?
show.
Right, I've got to clear something up here. I'm not the guy from the Arno show, so no fatties here, eh?
I beg your pardon. It was very dark, and it looked like it looked very similar. My apologies.
He's got his glasses on now, Matty.
There we go.
Sweet.
Oh, the hair's coming up, man. You're going to lose the hair.
Yeah, bro. Welcome, bro. Welcome.
Just Yeah, calling in from sunny Portugal, boys.
Whoa.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So
What's it
been
like
living
down
out there
there?
for about a year now? Yeah, very cool, eh? We're also in a full lockdown as well, following sort of everything that's going on. So, yeah, pretty much homebound.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard you guys went
Is
into
it
a
also
super
booze
strict one.
lockdown?
Yeah, big time, eh? So literally, bit of exercise every day, and that's it.
Wow.
Sure, dude.
Well, I could get some pineapples. And
Oh, the old trees in the background, eh?
You can get the recipe from Ross's dad.
yeah,
Oh, we can
it
still
makes
buy
you walk
food,
around in your
which is quite
underpants.
fortunate.
Matty, thanks so much. Sorry for the confusion. We got a nice green room full of
No
friends,
worries.
but how rad of you to call in from Portugal and what an honor. Do you want
Portugal,
to?
man. That's
Do
amazing.
you, okay, so I want to ask you the question. What if it was reduced down to the size of a cat? What animal would be cute? What would be your favorite? We've had rhino, elephant, and giraffe so far.
Probably a Brontosaurus Rex, eh? Something like that.
Okay, well there we go. Matt, thanks for calling in, brother. Lots of love, my bud. Have a beautiful
Thanks,
day there, bro.
Take it
Look after
easy.
yourself, eh?
Will do. Cheers, cheers.
All right, boss. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, man.
Okay, Jody, I'm so sorry that we're going to have to keep you in the green room. I know you can hear us. Fortunately, you've been usurped by the great Marco Gomez. He called in just after you, and so he has beaten you. And so we're about to get Mr. Marco on. Everybody, this is the bass guitarist, phenom from Portugal, but calling from Johannesburg, I believe. So let's see if I can. Marco, hey Marco, how are you?
Marco, how's it, brother?
You can't hear. Oh, that's not our fault, bro. We've had a few.
Yeah, you gotta turn some stuff off.
Just keep on clicking the buttons. Oh, you've muted themselves. Hold on. Okay, wait. Let me unmute you. Hold on. Let me see if this helps. Okay.
Can you hear us now?
Guest has muted themselves. That's what it's showing me in the back end. So.
And Marco is pretty technical. You know, he's tech.
Oh, he's gone. He's just hung up. He's going to call again. So while we wait for him, we're going to let Jody in. There looks like we got some excited people. Guys, please. Okay, well, we'll figure it out as we go. Let's say hello to whoever is here with Jody and the clan. Hold on, let's check it out. Hi, guys. All good, wait.
Got some young fans here.
Whoa, that Jody Cameron.
Yeah.
How are you guys?
How's
Say
it
that.
going, guys?
Say that again.
Can you please speak like Donald Duck?
No, I won't speak like Donald Duck. I don't want to. I don't want to.
Oh my goodness, that is incredibly
I
cute.
thought they were asking you to speak like Donald Trump.
Yeah, I don't want to speak like Donald Trump. Jody, how you guys, man? What a beautiful surprise.
Very good, thanks, and you?
Very well. We're very, very cool, man. Look up! I can't believe how big the girls have gotten. It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, they grow up very quickly. We're waiting for you to have some kids somewhere along the line.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have Donald Duck as part of my vocabulary for nothing. So let's see. Who knows what happens one day? But it's so sweet to see you girls. I can't believe you girls remembered that. So we're gonna say love you and goodbye because we got Marco back on the line. So do you want to say anything to Ross? Say bye, Ross.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Tony. Bye-bye.
Oh, Marco, you just hung up as I cleared the room. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. Well, this has been interesting, bro. Ross, thanks for your time, bro. We're not going anywhere. We still got a bit of talking to do, and then I've got
anytime to hang with you, brother, I'm always there. Hang with everybody.
I love it. And then I got a nice little surprise for us at the end of this, of a little legend, which I'm sure we'll, if the three of us do get onto speed as we have before in the past, it could make for some interesting conversation. So let's see how we go. We're still waiting for Marco. Anyone else? If you guys see that link, you're welcome to call in. I want to do a quick shout out to this guy, Clayton Smith, my primary school friend, and he is the primary oil sponsor of the Impossible Machine. Pro Oil South Africa is rocking the marine world, and he's now supplying pretty much every marine vessel, including the flagship, the Impossible Machine. So Clayton, we love you. Thanks so much for tuning in, bro. Shot boy, what a legend.
Amazing.
I know, and he was, I mean, to think we were in primary school together, wondering what we're going to do. He's now an oil baron. Oh, check out this comment. Are you seeing these comments when they come up? Check this out.
No, I'm not.
What?
Alex, my brother.
There we go. Hey, Mr. Unloss, how are you? You should call in.
This guy, Alex. Call in. Alex Unloss is like I'll tell you guys a story about Alex and myself. Can I tell a story?
Yeah, of course.
So Alex is a very good-looking guy. He's a stuntman. He's built well. He's good-looking. Ladies love him. And the one day we maybe smoked something together, and we went to a restaurant, and we were a bit shy and paranoid, and we sat down, and we were both single at the time, and we sat down at the table, and across the room there was these girls that were sitting there, beautiful women, and they stood up and screamed in the middle of the room and pointed at me, and started like pushing people out of the way, running up to me, like, wow, like this guy's, and I'm thinking to myself, oh shit, this is what's going on here. They've recognized me, but I've never had this kind of response. And Alex is like, he's keen to meet people, so this is the perfect opportunity. And I look over at him, and he's got his head down, and he's just so, because he's paranoid and anxious, and he can't speak to anybody. And the one girl looks at me, and she says, "Man, I love Coldplay." So she thought I was in Coldplay or something. I don't know. They'd probably smoked something more than us, but yeah, it's a terrible story. But yeah,
no, I think
both Alex.
That's amazing. I mean, Alex, are you going to call in or not? And then we want to say, oh, there we go. Oh, Marco's back in. Marco's back in the game.
Marco is back.
We got to speak to the. Oh, and Alex. Okay, let's have both of you.
Yes.
There we go. Marco, hold on. And here we go. Hold on.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
There we go.
I can hear that.
What's up, Marco?
Woo,
What's up, Alex?
Someone has to turn their volume way down. One of you guys has to turn your computer volume as low as possible.
I'll blame that guy there.
Alex, I'm going to call you back, brother. That's not going to work.
Ah, man.
Okay, Marco, there you go. So now we know who the perpetrator was. It was Alex.
No, I thought so. I would never do that.
Oh, no. Well, now that you're unmuted, bro.
How's it going?
Lekker, bro.
Good. Almost didn't recognize Marco with his new haircut, man. Looking like 10 years younger.
I've just come back from Survivor. They just give me like 20 minutes off. So I don't have a lot of time.
Did they give you the conch, or what's it called? The I don't know.
No, they didn't kick me out. I'm winning it.
For immunity. Have you got... Marco, how are you, bro? It's been a long time, because I haven't seen you for ages, bro.
Yeah, you've been on the ocean, so we can't really talk. The pigeons I've been sending doesn't get to you.
They don't make it as far. You must put them on seagulls, cuzzy. You're choosing the wrong delivery method.
Yeah, sorry, man. How's it going?
Yeah, bro, it's going good. I want to just introduce you quickly to those who didn't hear the first time. Marco is the bass guitarist for Prime Circle, founding member with Ross. You guys go way back. How many years have you guys been together now?
I used to pick Ross up from school.
Okay, but that's a whole nother conversation that may involve some police presence.
No, I didn't have a license, so they'd have to drive. Marco would have to drive to Middleburg, pick me up, drive back to Woodbank, and then we'd rehearse, and then we'd have the guys would literally do paper, rock, scissors to get who was going to drive me back home to Middleburg. So 20 years ago.
What grade were you in, or what standard, or how does it even work?
I was just out of school. It was literally I just left matric for the third time. Standard 9. I think I left standard 9 for the third time.
Okay, cool. And you guys were based where?
So Ross is in Middleburg, I was in Woodbank, so it's like a town 20-30 k's apart from each other.
So did you guys like put an ad out at a music shop or something? How did you find each other? I may have heard the story, but I've forgotten it right now. So tell Alex who are listening.
Ross was buying gear from me. I found some gear and Ross was interested in buying it.
That's how we met. Yeah.
What kind of gear?
It had like road marks on it. It looked like it had fallen off the back of something.
There are big dented corners on the side of the speakers.
Yeah,
but they were working fine.
It had like
They work fine. It's fine. I'll make a discount for you.
evidence number 3.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That's cock funny.
Yeah,
And
but Marco used to own a nightclub. He used to own nightclubs all around. He had one in Nelspruit, one in Joburg, one in Secunda that I went to as well, and Witbank. And a friend of ours passed away in a car accident, and we did a tribute for him, and we met there. That's the first time we ever saw each other jamming. And I had to audition for the new formed band. It wasn't Prime Circle. It was just Dirk and Marco playing together with Ferhat, our old drummer. And then I auditioned to the guys, and they said it might work out.
100%, bro. I mean, and the rest is history. So how long ago is that? Do you remember?
20. The band's 20 years old, so probably about 21 years ago.
Bro, it's nuts. Eh? It's nuts to think that. I mean,
long time.
I mean, this is Ginger's 25th year of playing music, and if I think about it, I get tired, to know that we still rock it. Marco, what have you been doing to keep busy, bro, during this time?
It's been a good time for me to catch up with the family and get to know my family. I don't actually know much about them, and my dog would not bark at me when I get home. So it's been good. It's been good for that, just to sort of just catch up,
Yeah, and how's the homeschooling saga been? How have you been handling that?
I mean, last year was interesting, but good. It's you just got to put your faith in the kids and hope that they do their thing. As much as you can do what we can do, but it's entirely up to them as well.
Yeah, 100%.
They all play bass now.
Are they allowed to choose another instrument of their choice, or is the low drop like a
no,
thing?
They're not allowed. They're not allowed to play music. That's not going to happen. I want them to make money.
I was wondering when I was going to hear you say that. Marco, you've always been a smart guy, bro. I'm glad you've carried that through to being a family man. That's very clever. People are always like people are always asking where should I send my kids for lessons? I'm like, don't do it. We don't do it unless.
Stop right there.
So we always send my kids for lessons, master man.
extra math forever because so it's a bit tough because you can see the look in the people's faces. They're like, oh, what do you mean? I mean, you guys are, they seem a bit bummed, but I mean that genuinely, and because of also the genre that we do. Well, you guys even more, like you actually like a heavier kind of rock than Ginger. And if you think about how small our market, you guys are fortunate that you've started breaking into Germany and stuff like that. But if you think about how limited our market is here for an aspiring rock musician in this country, I'm like, guys, don't do it. You have to go. Really, don't do it, because we have the smallest market. And when we used to have a little bit of the market, like kind of back in our day, which sounds terribly old to say, but it's true. Back in our day, at least there weren't so many people fleeing the country, and we still had that market was here, but a lot of them have left. A lot of them have grown up. A lot of them. So it's an interesting thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the window is definitely getting smaller. As you say, people are leaving, and the market's getting smaller. And we can feel it. We can see it, and we can feel it, and it's sad. It's very sad, but it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We have to adapt or die. Ross, I haven't seen you with a drink in your hand the whole night. Is it really your dad's birthday or not? I'm starting to not believe you.
It is. But I've actually given up drinking because I've been pissed for 20 years. So my dad's trying to get me to drink.
What? How long have you been? Tell us. This is news we need to know. Did you clear it with Marco?
No, he's been trying to get
I was
me
the first
for
one that you
years.
cleared it with. I'm like the doctor, so I said, look, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Are you both off the sauce?
Marco's literally held my hair a few times. I've tried to drink with Marco in the past. We drank in America. We just kept dropping Americans in Vegas. They just couldn't keep up with us. But when Marco wants to, he can. But I'm just trying to give it a break until my birthday, so July. But I've been off for a couple of weeks now. There's no side effects.
You're looking great. You're looking great. You couldn't eat. So, Marco, you're also not doping.
You know, I mean, I enjoy a drink now and then. Look, I've never been a big heavy drinker, as
Yeah.
Ross says. But yeah, if I feel like having a drink, I'll have 1 or 10, and there's.
Don't poke the bear.
Much for me.
So, Marco, I do have to ask
there's people in Vegas that have they're sorry they poked the bear. Same with you, Art. I don't poke the bear with you.
Well, we all have to learn at some stage not to do that. Marco, the kind of theme of this show, which is so brand new, it's probably changing by the minute. But really, the theme is kindness. It's kind of always been my theme. I know at our core, you guys are exactly the same, even though we present ourselves as rockers. But at the end of the day, all we really do have is kindness. I know that sounds cliched. I know it sounds naffy. I don't care. So the question has been: so what do you guys as a family do to kind of make a little bit of a difference? Whether it's saving a little bit of water, what kind of practices would you guys say that you do to kind of like lessen your footprint on the earth, especially as such a huge family, dude? It must be so hard because you just there's 1,000 things being consumed all the time,
Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, I haven't really thought about that question. I think we do it, not really thinking of the environment, and we should, I guess. But we try not to use a lot of power at home. That's one of the things that I'm quite strict on. But I think that's just more not to waste money, I guess. I don't know. But I guess there's always more that we can do, and I don't really think about that when I speak. But you put me on the spot there, so
no, bro.
I'm gonna say things sound good.
No, that sounds good, bro. If already just by your very nature being money cautious, that already does it, So even saving that, I guess, does it. And this is not. I'm not trying to expose anyone. It's just I do think people must start being aware because, I like to think that I've kind of been on the program for a while and I just forget all the time to do little things that change. So every time people can hear it in every way, especially on something like this, maybe it can just spark a little light bulb in people to start making different changes. But Marco, other than that, bro, it's a pleasure to see you, bro. It's been so long, and if there's anything you want to tune the oaks to hang in there during this time, or if you want to give Ross some cuck while you have a small little platform, go for it, bro.
Yeah, guys, it's crazy times that we're all living in. The whole focus about it is just going to stay strong, keep your head above water, and be positive, man. It's gonna pass, and one day we'll talk about it and we'll, laugh about it maybe, and not that it's a laughing, but the fact is that we got through it, and that's quite important in many ways, So hang in there, and Ross, hang in there. You can do it.
Thank you, brother.
Dude, I'm proud of you. Marco, bro, thanks for joining us, brother. Lots of love, and please send love to the whole family, bro. You got such a big family, but send love to everyone and look after yourself, bro.
Thank you, brother. Take
care. All right, Kazi. Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Bye.
The love machine.
So we didn't hear from Neil tonight. I don't know if he got the email or if he was busy watching.
Neil's
look at
night surfing.
Night surfing, my goodness. Well, we got a little beauty right here. Let me just see. I see there's a lot of touching on the screen. This is an interesting question. Here we go. This will be the question that we will talk about now from Jennifer Murray. What has gotten you guys through lockdown? So before we answer that, Rossi, I want you to meet a delightful little friend of ours. Let's see, is his audio sorted? He should be. He's a muso. Have you got headphones? Nick Rush in the house. Oh shit!
Oh shit! This man is.
No, hold on. Something's going wrong here.
Oh my gracious! Come on, Nicky, figure it out, buddy.
No, hold on. I understand what has to happen here.
You got it, Bree.
Because I was watching you guys on my phone. I was on my computer and listening on my computer.
There we go. It's good.
And now?
It's good.
But, no, I can't hear you now at all.
You can't hear us.
Hello?
Can you not hear us? I haven't muted you. Okay. Oh,
can you hear me now?
We've heard you the whole time, Nicky.
We can hear you, brother.
It's good. And now? It's good.
No, you have to turn your volume off. You can't do that. You can't have your headphones. We're gonna have to do a proper tech brief.
Whatever. Bye.
Nick, love you.
Nick has helped me break into my house so many times. because I leave my keys at a bar or something like that. Then they have to break into my house, and he's pushed me through the window, holding my legs at like 3 a.m.
Nick's that guy.
He's a big lifesaver.
He is. He's a big hunk of love. Big cuddly hunk of love. That guy.
That's a talented boy. Yeah.
So what has got you through lockdown as I line up our next guest?
What has got me through? I think my family. Without that, I'm so fortunate to still have my parents, and I think and my girlfriend, my lovely girlfriend Kirsty, has really helped me. And it's sort of like being able to build this shed with my dad and be able to spend time with them. I think has been amazing. So that's been the best part about it. And wanting to, like not having to be anywhere else. It always feels like people we're always giving them a little bit of time and then have to rush off. So it's always been nice. It's nice to not have to rush off.
I totally agree. I hadn't been in my studio since I finished the album, and I was just running around. Obviously, I've had a bit of a project on my hands with a boat and all that. So that's been a bit nuts. But it was also cool to just be in touch, man. I want to. Oh, you know what? I have to activate my Jeff cam. You guys have to see this. This is pretty cute. Let's see if we can get Jeff in as the next caller.
I know your dog have definitely got you through this.
Oh, 100%. Okay, come on. This has got to work. Come on. Okay, we've got a Jeff cam. Yes. Okay. So look at Jeff. Look at that. Everybody, let me get some light on. Hello, Jeff. How are you, son?
There we go.
Look at those eyes.
That's a legend. Where's Scotty?
He's going, I know you have biltong, and if you could just hang up on this phone call immediately, that would be fantastic for everyone involved. I'm just going to leave that there, because I know that the next caller who comes in, oh, Lord, is a big fan of the J-Dog. Here he is right away. Rossi, I hope you'll be surprised, but we have in the house none other than, are you ready? Yes. Jeffy, oh, we got to keep that on. So it's going to be a 4-way screen. Look at this. We've got the D in the house.
What's up, my man?
What do you guys want?
All the way from the east. East is beast.
Better believe it.
How you going, D?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you guys keeping?
100%, bro. I mean, we've been pretty good. We've been talking a lot of popo the last hour or so.
No, yeah. I caught some of it. I've been cooking dinner and I've been doing my routine. I'm very fortunate. My days have been locked in studio as usual. So I'm just trying to squeeze my evening. I have about half an hour to eat and do my yoga, write my memoirs, and then
you know bloody much you love it.
Yes, and then get into my my bat suit and go and fight crime before 9 p.m. before curfew.
Doesn't leave a lot of time to do good for your community. Really, this curfew is really putting the community at risk. By not letting you be on the streets.
That's what I've been saying. I've been saying, guys, give me more time, and also,
I'll see in the streets.
If I'm being honest, I'm a lot more brave with a bit of drinky drink. You know, just let me fight crime. Let me be brave. Let me just, you know, I know the streets, guys. I know the streets.
Let me fight crime in the nude,
like
drunk.
Record. Yeah, I'm a broken record. Oh yes, Jen, I'm talking about fighting crime, but I know it, guys. I've been doing it.
Well, your track record speaks for itself. I mean, it's like no one can really argue with that.
I got myself off the streets first and foremost. If I can do that, then, because I mean the streets had me. The streets could have. They had me and they lost me.
The streets cut you deep, partner.
Yeah. That's what, you know, the smile on children's faces. That's why I do it. That's my payment.
That's your payment.
Okay, I'm going to do a quick intro in between all this madness, but then the madness must continue because that's actually what we're here for. Nothing else. But everyone, for those of you who don't know denim, how could you not? And it's not denim like the jean, it's Denholm, okay? And our whole career, that's been his second. It's been his second answer, and that's just a side story. But Denim is not only the bass guitarist and one of my dear, well, he's my brother on this earth, along with Brent and the family. That we've, being only children. Is it only childs or only children? I don't know. What's the correct way to say that?
It's always children. It's always about the children. That's what I've been saying. That's what I said earlier on. Do it for the children.
So we're only children.
Only for the children. We're only children.
For the children. Okay. But then it was the ginger bass guitarist for those of you who need to be remembered and reminded. And then not only that, since we've come back, he's had an amazing producer career, and to mention Prime Circle, and then a little known fella called Mr. Johnny Clegg, who's sadly no longer with us, and the biggest respects. But Denim, you've kept yourself busy, and kudos to you, brother, to see you jump out of your shoes and your role, which had been so big and kind of so single-minded for so long, and to see you flourish is amazing. Very well done, and welcome to the show, whatever this is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's nice to see your John Adams painting in the background.
That's right.
Yeah. On top of, those things that I've accomplished, I've also, been managing my time a bit better.
Well, there we go. That's
some might say I no longer take 37 minutes at the gas station.
Where would you have heard that? Who would ever have said that?
I'm down to 36 minutes.
All right, we have a question. We have a question from Tamron Mulans. Favorite band or artist of all time? Ross, let's start with you. Let's go for it.
I thought you were saying I was your favorite band or artist.
Obviously, but this
I almost
is
started crying on this interview right now.
Other than the people on this call
yes,
right now.
Present company excluded, obviously.
Jeez, I mean, that's a very tricky question.
It is, but they want to know. The children have asked.
Jeez, I can only go comment on new stuff that I'm loving right now. I'm a big Louis Del Mar fan, massive. I listen to them every day, pretty much. So one of my favorite artists are just they're very, very different, unique, and they don't sound like anyone. So that's pretty much the thing I love about them. And if I had to go back in time, I mean, I'm still a big Stones fan. I'm still a Bush fan. So yeah, massive Bush fan as well. I've always liked them.
You prefer Bush as a preference or as a band?
Both.
Okay, good. Denim, favorite band.
The children, guys.
Yeah.
I'm in the bush right now.
Exactly. That's what I was talking about. What were you thinking?
Favorite band of all time. Jeepers. It's a tough one, man. Tough one. There's something, I don't know, there's something very alluring about Depeche Mode for me. They kind of, even if years go by, whenever I revisit their later years, it's very alluring. There's just something there that just doesn't overstay its welcome. It just always kind of supplies me with fresh inspiration, and I still find myself asking, how did they do that? Which is, other than the Beatles, I don't know who else really conjures up that consistent over time. I've got to maybe go there, I think.
Yeah, Depeche Mode, you turned me onto them, as well as pretty much every band I know of to this day. Denim is the reason that I have
Michael Jackson.
Denim is the reason that I have musical knowledge whatsoever, or a band knowledge. He's pretty much introduced me to everyone that I dig and I'm a fan of, so I always look forward to when Denim comes over and gets the old iTunes out or whichever, and we sip on a wee drum right.
There you go.
So actually, I have a funny story about that. So when Ard was growing up, I think Arlene would know, would be able to back this up, but I think he had a Cat Stevens record, and there was a Nat King Cole album in the house, and that was it. And then you, like in the evenings when you were also part-time, on the streets fighting crime, I think you discovered Guns N' Roses, like in your matric year or something. And so when Art and Brent and I were staying, before we moved to the UK the first time, we were all living in this big house out in near Edenvale in Johannesburg in Primrose, and I thought it was Art's 21st, I think, or his 22nd birthday, and I thought, you know what, like I'm gonna do something, like I'm gonna dig deep, and I ordered those years through CD Warehouse. I ordered this like leather bound beautiful display of all of like Nat King Cole's recordings, and it was like 4 CDs. And I gave it to Art, and Art was like, "Oh, I can't accept this. This is wow. Like, thank you." And I said, "No, you're worth it. You and the children are worth it." And then like when we moved to the UK, we had to start packing up the house. And Art was like, "Listen, dude, can you help me move this extremely heavy? The entire wall is this wooden cabinet that he had his television in, and like his clothes and everything, and we had to move it because he heard something fall behind there like a while back, and he wanted to make sure. And under this wood that is heavier than both Art and I put together, under it, scratched to pieces, were like 3 of those Nat King Cole discs.
The TV was skewed, bro. I mean, I had to have some. I needed a shim just because the one leg was a bit skewed. Oh no, dude, I can't. It's only the greatest gift I've ever had in my life.
I actually burst out laughing. I was like, if anybody needs to purge themselves of a crime that they've committed, and they have to tell someone, record it onto CD and give it to Art and say, "Don't ever lose this." It's gone. It's forever in the world, except for that one like megabyte disc. Is it an SD disc that you've got in your like
1 gig?
Bag
1 gig. It's the original micro SD card that I can't get rid of for the life of me. I've moved 19 times with it. And come hell or high water, I will find it. It'll be in the toiletry Tupperware. But can I hold on to a CD, and can I hold on to a gift set from?
It's the size of my pinky nail.
Yeah,
and I can't lose it.
I can't lose it. It's
cannot lose it. But a compact disc is like it's like sand through the hourglass.
Guys, we're gonna try something controversial depending on how the sound holds up. But here is none other than, check this out. Come on, make it work, please, Lottie. Ozzy, Nick Rush, trying again.
Nick Rush.
Hi,
guys.
Where's Dan? How's it, brother?
How's it going?
Great.
Nikki,
wow,
okay. It's electric, right? Can you feel the energy? It's unbelievable. I mean, it's just.
Nick, don't vape.
I'm just trying. I'm normally quite good with technology, but to try and get this to work, it seems like it's a.
Well, then, my mom sorted it out in 1 minute, so it's up to you.
Right. Your mom's a good woman.
She is. She's smart. Her reading glasses work perfectly. Okay, I'm going to ask you.
Vape.
I want to ask
don't
Nick.
Vape for 5 minutes of your life.
Nick, don't vape. Stop vaping, Nick. It's bad for your lungs. Okay, because you're late.
5 minutes of your life.
Because you're late, I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I am going to start with Ross. And we're going to work our way around. So Ross is going to answer this. Actually, I'll allow you to think about this. I'll ask Nick first. If you were a ghost and could possess people, what would you make them do? Nick, remember PC? My mom's watching. There are people. So just tone down all the thoughts that immediately went in your brain for 2 seconds.
I was so glad you made me wait, John.
Say that again. If you were a ghost.
If you were a ghost and you could possess people, what would you make them do?
I wouldn't possess people, but knowing that I'm invisible, I would probably follow people that I don't like around and kick them in the balls all day long.
How can you with your invisible foot, Nick? That doesn't work. It'll go right through the balls.
Just because you can't see it doesn't mean you can't feel it.
They see the vape.
Exactly.
They see this vaping thing walking around.
I would possess Nick and make him not vape while on conference calls.
Yeah, well, there we go. Thank you, Denim. That's it.
Okay.
That's a goodie.
I'll take the hint.
Rossi.
That's the best thing I can think of for my life. No, actually, can I? I would possess Ross and make him finish all of his paintings, and then I would make him. There would be a compulsion for him to sell it, like it's all he can think about.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, I would possess Denim and make him buy all the
Ross
paintings.
is an amazing painter for anybody who's on here, and it's going to be my solo mission on this earth, other than fighting crime at night, to make Ross be known for his paintings. He's a really, really talented artist in more ways than one, and it's time that people see that.
Ross, why haven't you told the world this? Why? I mean, Arno's been doing amazing
really
pieces. Where is your stuff? When are you gonna show us?
Slowly getting it out there, man. I think it's more like the lockdown has been giving me time to try things, new things, and yeah, hopefully I'll get some stuff that I actually really like out there soon. That's the thing, eh? You know what I mean? It's like how long you can like something for, I suppose. But yeah, I'm always working on stuff, so we'll see what happens.
All right, well, you heard it here first. Ross is going to be showing us his artwork pretty soon. Nikki, how you been holding up, bro? Are you okay? It's crazy not having Baileys for the bands to jam at. And
yeah, man. I mean, it's. I think you're faced with two options. You either let the world step on you, or not. So.
Or create an OnlyFans
I've been
account.
doing all right. To get honest. Last year in the first lockdown, it was a little bit of a struggle. I went through a little bit of a slight depression, down type of vibe. But you just got to carry on, man. I mean, how are you guys? How are you doing? Denim and I were on the phone for like 4 hours last night talking about this stuff. But
literally
we remain hopeful. Yeah, literally 4 hours.
yeah, I know we have to. It can be quite depressing. I try and steer away from the 4 hour solution of this thing. But you know, I think the one thing I can say is that everyone is going. That's the one universal thing. This is not affecting. For once, this is not directly our politics or our problem. Even though there's a lot of questions about that as well. But everyone is going through a ridiculous time. So that's kind of the only thing that I tell people. You know, especially oaks who are really taking the strain right now, is that you're not alone. Everyone is taking strain. So, Brew, well done for hanging in there, Nick.
I feel like there's an opportunity because the world is going to be different when this goes away, because it will go away. The world's going to be different, and there's going to be an opportunity for everybody to pull together and maybe create a little bit of a better world community than there has been.
I agree, bro.
Yeah, we've all been humbled a little bit, I think. Yeah, and I do think that we can weather the storm. Like I was speaking to a lot of the European promoters, like I was saying earlier, and those guys they're feeling the pinch. But when this comes back, we got to be positive. We got to weather the storm, and when it comes back, it's gonna be big, guys. And I think that the time we can reflect the artwork is going to be beautiful, the music that we've written, and I think that to sound very positive, I think we are going to be turning work down because it's going to be that busy. Because people, I'm going to be watching a lot of music besides playing it. I'm going to be watching a lot of art and a lot of music.
Yeah,
excellent.
Yeah. Nikki,
that's what Nick and I were talking about last night. Is that we were saying that specifically South Africans, because we just have such a get on with it mentality, because we've put up with so much, and it's kind of a culture. Even though we're so multicultural, the collective culture is that put on a brave face and just get on with it. But the thing is that if we don't if we don't admit that we're scared and that we're frightened, and these sorts of emotions that we never really admit to our peer group or to our friends or to our significant others or to our family, these are the kind of conversations that aren't natural, that don't really come naturally to us, because we have such a tough exterior as South Africans. And that's why, the South Africans that have changed the world, it's brought out that ability, so there's a positive to it. But in these times, we've got to be able to at least say we're not doing okay, and not feel like there's any judgment. It's, as you say, it is a global thing, and maybe it's creating a culture that we can add empathy as one of our character traits. We can be tough, we can be resilient, we can, mark a plan, but we can also have empathy. We can, like Art, you were asking about kindness. Is anybody doing their bit to kind of just alleviate, the stresses of, fossil fuels and just recycling and all these sorts of things, on top of what we're having to deal with this virus and everything? I mean, there's just so much going on, and our planet, there's just nowhere other than, if I'm sure Elon Musk has other ideas, but
Hopefully.
Right now there's nowhere to escape. You can't go anywhere where you are not directly affected on this planet by something someone else has done. So we truly are really connected. This virus has kind of driven that point home. It's made it quite a reality. So you're quite right, Art. I think a little bit of kindness can go a long way. Even self-kindness, being kind to yourself, giving yourself a bit of a break. Not every day you're gonna be the best version of yourself. Wake up tomorrow morning and try again, kind of thing.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's all we can do. So the whole point of like not calling people out or just asking the question is like what are we doing as a kind of conscious being, a newly like an ever evolving being, to just try and implement daily habits that will make a difference. I mean, I don't know. It's a fine line. I don't even know if it will. There's parts of me that feel we might be too far gone, but I think as long as we can just start spreading every time we have a platform, instead of talking about our next album and about our next thing, there's a planet that's in dire straits at the moment. So that's always going to be my pledge. I know you guys are like-minded. Thanks for participating in a chat that understands that. And that's all I want to do with this whole mission. Also, just find out the real people behind the scenes, because we all know Nick Rush, the ridiculous guitarist, Denim, the mad producer, and maddest muso. And they all know what we've done, but they want to know who the person is on the inside. And also that's why the show is called What Kind. So what are you doing to be kind? What are we doing? And also, what kind of human are you? Nick, bro, I'm so sorry. I've got a dude in the green room. Oh, my boy.
Love you guys.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. As you said that, Heiko. Sorry, I didn't. That was just the worst timing, because I've actually enjoyed this little thing. It's been cool. Heiko, you can call back. Sorry, I know you were in the green room for a long time, but yeah, man, that's the point. I want to use this platform and all our platforms to just put out a message. Apart from being self-serving all the time, let's just help change a few lives. Is kind of the idea, I mean, while we can.
Well, I also don't want to hijack this thread. This is Ross's party.
This is us. This is for us to talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was enjoying the comedy and the humor. Then when I arrived here, it got all deep and meaningful. And I love you guys, but I want to watch and laugh.
Okay, well, you know what? Then as the host, I'm gonna go. You know what? Love you, Nick. Heiko's back. Let's give.
Love you guys. Ciao.
Bro, big love, boy. Look after yourself.
Yeah, bro.
Cheers, Nick. All right, Heiko, are you ready, boy? Okay, hold on. Let's get him in here. Okay, I hope you. Oh, you got headphones on. Thank you. We love people with headphones on. It really makes a difference, because unfortunately, the little bit of noise we get back from your phones and your speakers, they do tend to reverberate everywhere.
Although your microphone is a bit shaky there, my brother.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Check this out. Hold on. Wait. Who we got here? Where are you? Bang. There we go. Looks like everyone everyone's going portrait on iPhones. Hi, Heiko. What's happening?
Good, man. No problems. Calling from Namibia.
Ross, that's Denim, turn your phone. Everyone turn your phones and let's fill the screen up. No ways. Dude, Ross, do that again.
Oh, there we go.
Yes. Oh, bro. This is actually a professional. This is basically like watching CNN live. It's actually exactly the same production quality. Look at this. Denim. She's like, I think maybe you should turn yours back up. Actually. Oh my God. Okay.
Who are you?
Heiko, explain yourself. Who are you and where are you calling from?
Hey, bud. I'm from Namibia. I've been watching the show for like an hour now.
Oh, sick.
And I just want to say I admire you guys for what you're doing. I'm a muser here in Namibia as well, and it's flipping tough, man. We're struggling every single day. And some advice for upcoming guys just to keep going.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you heard earlier, we were just saying it's a little bit tough to give proper advice in South Africa just because our market is so small. But obviously, my thing has always been to everyone who has asked that question is that as long as you're playing music because you dig it, and that is a genuine truth. As long as you're doing that, if you don't feel like keeping going, then you mustn't keep going because it's not meant to be anything more than that. You must play it because you love it, and then that's the way that you'll be able to continue doing it. It's the reason that Dan and Brent and myself are still in a band is because we pledged long ago that we're always just going to laugh and have fun. And even though we have, there are going to be bumps in the road along the way for sure, but the underlying theme of it is that it's got to be fun and light and laughter. As careless as that sounds, was light, as shallow as that sounds, that really is the point from our side. Ross, what would you recommend to keep the fire and the stoke going?
Exactly the same thing, man. My father years ago, he told me, he says, if you're enjoying yourself, you've made it, you bastard.
That's just before he locked you in the closet.
Yes, I prefer the demos.
He always said he liked demos more. And I told my dad I wanted to be a fireman. And he says, we don't put fires out, we start them, you bastard.
Did every sentence end with "you bastard"?
Well, it's a comma. It's Scotland, comma. You bastard.
I think it's amazing.
Well, guys, I just want to say thank you for everything and keep up the good work. And it's a shitty time for all of us, but just keep going. And thank you very much for giving me time to just asking some questions.
We actually played a festival in Namibia. There was a festival called Sight and Sound.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was there.
And
you put the kleine Kyla on the nose.
Kleine Keller, right? Yeah.
Kleine Kyla or Jägermeister, buddy.
Yeah. But what struck me, we've been to Namibia a few times, but I don't think that Namibia or any country is unique or is void of any of the same trappings. Some bands, huge bands in the world broke in countries that aren't their own. Ross mentioned Bush earlier on. I mean, they're English, and the Americans embraced them long before their home country embraced them. So, it's true what Art said. You gotta keep having fun, but also if you truly are onto something, the music will find its audience, and it might not be the audience that you expect. But especially now with the internet, you will find your audience. It might be, you might have most of your streams come from Mauritius, so go and tour there or something. You never know, but don't be despondent if what you're doing isn't landing or resonating with your home crowd. You might be inspired by a band like Biffy Clyro, and you're making music for Scotsmen, and you're in Walfish Bay. You're not the wrong band.
Exactly.
You're just in the wrong town. So also know your challenges and pick your fights. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing.
Exactly.
It looks like we've just
thank you very much.
lost Ross. Heiko, my bro, look after yourself. Thanks for tuning in, bud. I appreciate
Thanks,
it, bro.
bud. Keep rocking on, and thank you very much.
Lekker was. Take care, bro.
Ciao, bud.
Cheers.
Ciao.
Well, D, You and me, just
And
you
then
and
there
me.
were two.
I think Ross has timed out. I think his battery. He had not had his battery charged, as we had spoken about numerous times. So there's a good chance that he's out. Either way, we love Ross, and
I don't know. That's worrying. I don't know Ross's phone to be off.
Yeah, exactly,
Joking.
right. And not fully charged, right?
If you can hear my voice, call. Battery's died.
Exactly, Lily. Well, listen, this has actually already been a long one. What a fitting way that you and I ended it. Big love to Ross for being the co-host tonight.
I hijacked this thread, man. It's Ross's evening.
No ways, we're still gonna have a whole night with you as well, and some other people, and
that'll be rad.
And just to let people who have just relatively tuned in now, I just want to give them a quick update. If you are watching on YouTube, if you happen to be one of my 7 subscribers, please, or if someone else, would you subscribe and link and click the bell and all that stuff? I have to do this. Sorry, this is kind of the field that I'm going in. Ross is joining us. He's missed us for the farewell. Let's get him in here to sign off for the evening. He's back. Ross, you fucking corner. Where are you?
Who are you?
Sorry, the phone died.
The phone died then. No ways.
What?
No ways. That can't be.
No, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Call somebody.
I know.
That's not like Ross. Ross's phone doesn't just die. No.
It can't be. No, I won't accept it. I won't accept that. All right, boys, we are now start. Oh, speaking of legends, check this little comment on the screen. None other than the Boki, little Boki. That guy sings, ladies and gentlemen. That man sings.
Silky smooth.
It always goes down smooth as eggs.
As he's known in the streets. That's where I first met him.
He was fighting crime.
Fighting crime in the nude. Let's get back to that. Why don't we fight crime drunk and in the nude anymore?
Who are you? He's like, I'm fighting crime. I'm like, me too. Okay, fine, that's fine.
Is that how it ended? Was that the full dialogue?
Let's play some music together.
Let's make music in the nude. Why I always keep on going back to that. It just.
I always write music in the nude. It's very awkward for the band, but I think it's
Good one.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, it actually,
weird.
It actually makes a lot of sense. It makes more rands than sense. People want what the people want.
All right, Denim, give us an interesting topic to round the night off. Come on, no pressure, but shoot. Good. Okay.
What do you guys think? About Jono breaking some world record on Saturday? 25 hours straight fitness.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Featuring some musical guests.
Ross, are you are you not only singing? Are you exercising?
Like last minute. They didn't even ask me, no, everyone's on. You want to do it? I'm like, yes. You know what? I really want to do it. Thank you.
You can't be more last minute than Anna was.
They asked me to bench press, really, cars and stuff, and I said I can't do it.
No more.
I'm just gonna play music. Yeah. I can't believe 25 hours.
You don't want to break records on someone else's record-breaking stream.
Yes. Exactly.
He's like, hey, I'm doing 25 hours, and you're like, hey, I'm lifting a house.
I'm doing 26 hours.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun.
Jono's a machine. So Jono and Jules are with Jeff. It's a great initiative. So, I think it's the interesting topic for me is what is it about our little country at the tip of Africa that throughout history has just generated world-class juggernaut entities. I mean, I could name a very, very extensive list and a lot of a lot of these individuals don't make it very obvious that they are South African, but through our time, we really have made a massive contribution. And I mean, who would have thought the richest man in the world is from Pretoria? I mean, you know, and there's something in the soil here, man. We really cultivate, like I was saying earlier on tonight, I feel like our spirit to just carry on regardless. Like, you know, a couple of years ago, it was like there was this new word, load shedding, and everyone was like, what does that mean? And they're like, well, almost any other country, if that happened, things would come to a standstill, and we just carried on. And all these challenges that get thrown at us, we just persevere. So I wonder if that's an interesting topic, if we feel like there's something in the pursuit that we have as South Africans that brings out just tenacity, and maybe tenacity is a key ingredient to success.
Speaking of South Africa, of challenges in South Africa, please welcome my friend Brent Crane to the podcast. Turn your phone the other way. Go landscape, please, Brent.
Landscape.
Come on, you could do it. I know you can. Just turn the phone the other way around. You can't. Okay, leave it. Don't mess with it. It's looking so good. There, Brenty. How you, boy?
Good, thanks, and you?
Very, very, very good. Do you guys know Ross? You must know Brent. I mean, I'm sure every time you've been to East London, you make the trek up there, and yeah, exactly, from PE. How you been, boy?
All right, eh? Doing okay.
What's going on in the Windy City?
A lot of wind of late, I must say. Weather's been pretty shitty. Not much rain. We've been waiting for that for a while, but it's just not coming. But other than that, yeah, just keeping on, man. Trying our best.
Yeah, bro. It's,
Good job, man.
It's interesting times indeed.
So people
yeah, Daniel's saying we've got to get through that.
I mean, there's another example. You know, you take a city like Port Elizabeth. It's like, hey, you know, I can't think. The wind is literally blowing the thought out of my skull. And then amazing things come from PE. Somehow people still hold on to some great ideas without the wind blowing it out of their skull cavity.
I've got a question.
I love PE, man. I every time, even when Just Ginger was like in '97 already, when every time we'd go there, it was magical. Remember tapas, and like there was some just really every time I've been there, I've had a great time.
Yeah. Shout out to tapas. You got a question? Go, Brent. Shoot.
We've got a different one for each of you. Den, you play a lot of instruments, my man. What is your favorite of all? What do you get most enjoyment out of? Which instrument?
I was gonna say something, but you know, again, the children. But no, it's weird, man, because you know, the thing about when you don't do something all the time and then you revisit it, you discover things about it that were always there, but you weren't looking for that. And it's almost like how some people stay in your life, but you know, whether it's a friend or a girlfriend or a person of interest or something, and every once in a while you reconnect with this entity, and when you do, you're different, and maybe they different as well, but you approach it from a different angle. And so that's how I feel about the instruments, like, because obviously unless I have a bass drum strapped to my back and a banjo under my chin and then a harmonica and a bass slapping, and then under my underarm I've got an accordion, I can't play all these instruments at the same time. So there's pockets of time that go by where I don't play a certain instrument, and then when I'm reconnected to it, it's like, whoa, was this here all the time? There's something else that I apply or find, or it's like a different light is being shined from a different angle, and I see it in a different way. So it's hard to answer that one, because the reason I I became recession proof by learning a lot of instruments is because growing up there were so many bands that I loved for different reasons. Like there was this band back in the 80s, Level 42, and I loved Mark King on bass, so that interested me. And I loved Oscar Peterson as a pianist, and I loved bands like, obviously, you know, Jeff Becerra with Toto, so the drums were alluring, or, you know, Steely Dan, the guitar chords. So in every band, I'd hear an instrument in that band, and I'd be like, wow, I want to be that guy in that band. And then I'd have to go and, like, buy another instrument. So, I don't know.
So what's your favorite instrument, Denham? Come, boy, come on. Let's keep it snappy. Come on.
No, it's impossible to say. Well, I mean, like, yeah, this is interesting, actually. I will say this. Like, I joined Just Ginger as a bass player when I'd only been playing bass for 4 months. So I could. It took me very quick to be a bass player, but it took me like 20 years to become a bassist, to really understand the role of what the bass, to really not just play the notes, but to feel how the bass really contributes at its best for what the song needs. So I'm still on that journey with every instrument. So I can't answer it, but for anybody who plays any instrument, you know, it's not about playing it. It's about, you can play the guitar, but to become a guitarist and to you can sing the notes, and you know you're not false and you don't sound terrible, but to be a singer and to like really perform a song. Like Bob Dylan has an interesting voice, but he's a singer. There are people with better voices, but they aren't singers. They don't like reach out and make you pay attention to the song they've written. It's something that's abstract. It's nondescript. So whatever your instrument, take time and keep falling in love with it. Keep choosing it, and it will provide.
All right, I'm gonna moderate. Good wise words from Young D, the crime fighter in the night, in the nude, drunk usually. Ross, come on. Give us your pause,
Ross,
Rossi.
I've got a question for us. Yeah, when I spoke to you last, you said you were playing around on the piano. You hadn't done that for a while. How's that been going?
Amazing. I've been like trying to learn weirder stuff. Like, I'm a big Mac Miller fan, so I've been learning Mac Miller's song 2009. So I really want to start performing some like weird stuff, like some different, you know, stuff that people wouldn't expect me to play. I don't want to play the same stuff I've been playing for 20 years, and I want to grow as an artist. And the shit thing about music, and the thing that I love about it, is the fact that it's the same as art or anything you do, is your taste grows and your taste becomes a lot stronger and better. And then you know that there's better stuff out there, but your ability takes a while to catch up. And that's where I am right now. But at least my taste has grown, and hopefully my abilities can catch up faster. But I'm trying the best I can at the moment, and hopefully that'll happen.
That's great.
Excellent.
Art.
Yes.
You've revamped a castle and yacht. What's next?
Bro, I don't know. The yacht might be my
submarine.
My final submarine. I think that's going to be a bit easier actually.
Going down with art.
Jeez, bro. Yeah, I've certainly been keeping myself busy, but I've decided that I should probably get back and do this music thing at some stage. I took quite a deliberate break because it's just been a long time. It's been a long journey. And I must say, after that last album, it took a long time to do, as I usually do with these kind of creative things. And then I was just a little bit depleted. So I had I actually went and traveled a bit at the end of 2019, and then freaking bought a boat, which was a horrific idea before COVID, and then COVID happened. And being trying to be a non-quitter, unlike Ross, who's quitting everything, smoking it. I'm proud of you, boy. But yeah, so it's in the spirit of perseverance, I've just put my back into it, sacrificed everything, and poured absolutely everything into this girl. And so far, so good. It's very, very testing and very trying. And I don't know.
She's looking beautiful, though.
I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to pull it off. It's all a miracle. But yeah, thank you. So if you guys do make it to Cape Town, I can't wait for us to do a similar little thing like this one day, even on board. That's the whole point, is that I want to make music, I want to record. I mean, imagine pulling up to a nice quiet little bay somewhere and just pulling out the guitars, and we're all doing these things on laptops. Can you imagine that little jam session around the round table? I think that'll be about as unique as anything. It most definitely is. All right.
I think we should live stream a writing session on the boat, and
or
to give people insight as it's happening.
That is the idea. That's exactly the idea.
Especially with like you and Ross and the different styles, and we've got such eclectic and unique talent here, man, in our country. Like that's the one thing that I hope. As I said, like with empathy and with like a deeper sense of caring, and not just plowing forth and just like getting to the next goal or the next, getting out of traffic and waking up tomorrow morning and doing it all again. Like living in a city like Johannesburg, the empathy that this virus has brought on. I'm hoping that what also happens is that there's a deeper sense of attachment to the art that's going to come out, not Art Matthews, but the art that's going to be created, that people are going to attach themselves, and it's going to become, in a country like the UK where you're on the tube and music is such an escape. It's so vital. It's like bread and milk. And it's that vital, and in South Africa we've got such a lovely living, the living's so easy, and we've got beautiful weather, and we can go hiking, or we can go on a dam, or we can get on a boat and go and sail around the Cape Peninsula. I mean, it's like these are like it's like paradise, but so I hope that music and any art form, whether it's poetry or paintings or Ross, that people can really, that it can become vital, that it can become so celebrated, because as far as history goes, it's kind of been quite easy to be written out of the history books as an artist in South Africa. People forget us quite quickly, more so than in other territories where the people who've done their stuff, they keep being held up. Their people hold them up, and I hope that us South Africans, because we've had a moment to just exhale and just reflect and regroup, I hope that when we come out of this, that music and the arts will be embraced. It always has. We're always so grateful for the support. I mean, I just mean like that essential listening, that like someone who wears the band's T-shirt like it's a badge of honor, like it's a shield. They'll go to war for their band, these, and there definitely have been moments where we've all felt that as artists. We have had we've had incredible South African support, but it'll be lovely if it just keeps expanding and keeps evolving and deepens.
Yeah. And hopefully get some new blood in the water, because that's something that needs to happen.
Oh, there's so much new talent. Oh, and incredible stuff coming.
All right, guys, listen here. Thank you. This has been a long podcast already. Thank you all for joining. I'm going to say goodnight to Denim and Brent, and then Ross and I are going to sign off. D, thanks for joining on. I look forward to having you on again. You're a big legend.
Thanks
Brent,
for having me, you guys. Sorry for hijacking the
nah,
video.
Bro, that's
been real.
See you soon,
Awesome
boy.
stuff.
That's the whole point.
Bro.
Lots of love, D.
Gentlemen.
Cheers, buddy. Cheers, Brent. Rossi, so bro, that's it. That's now you know. Now you know the format. Check out this comment, Mikey Dread. Plant food all over your property and even on your verge for the homeless and poorer neighbors. I like that. Sorry, I do keep on kind of going. I kind of going back. I kind of like going back to this. My next problem is that everyone's wearing masks and they're all being discarded now. So try and wear a reusable mask. Wash it. Mine's in the sink at the moment. Listen.
if you do wear those other ones, just break them if they're done. Like those things are like they're getting tangled with a lot of birds.
Oh man, yeah.
But yeah, try and wear one you can wear all the time.
Yeah, no, I know. So listen, we have obviously we have it's a mountain to climb. There's so much we want to do. Ross, I appreciate you taking the time out on your dad's birthday. Please wish him again for us. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in. This is going to be an ongoing little series, and our guest of honor and co-host tonight is none other than my big brother, old Rossi. I love you to pieces, boy, and I wish you nothing but the best. And I hope your dad has an amazing evening, and I'll catch you on the flip side, boy, as he's busy stutching over here. All right, Rossi, take care, boy.
Bye.
Cheers, dude. Bye. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so open to comments and suggestions as to how we can make this flow a bit smoother. Just let us know. It's all so new, but I just thought we have to do something. Let's use our collective platforms and our voices to try and do some good, and to try and I don't know. I think our planet's in a lot of trouble. That's not new news. There's a reason that these viruses are coming out. They're trying to get rid of us, is the truth, and for good reason. I understand why, because we have not respected our planet as we should. So that's always going to be my big drive, oceans in particular. But I think we do need to start thinking about conservation in every way we can. So please send your posts, tell us what we can be doing, and I'll mention it every single time. I'll make big notes and mention of those people who throw comments and love. But all I can say is thank you for tuning in. This looks like I'm going to give us a little go. I've got a bunch of friends lined up who are going to join me, and who knows what will come of this. The main thing is that I hope you're all keeping safe and strong and sane. Don't forget, you're not alone. I promise you. I have spoken and heard some ghastly stories recently, and it's happening to everyone, and it's now touching pretty much every one of our lives. And all I can say is just be strong, hang in there, and this too will pass for sure. So what we do need is each other. We need community now more than ever before. Yeah, and all I can say is big love. Thank you for the support, and I'll see you at the next one. Have a good one. Good night, I think, as I try and click off. Cheers, everyone.